can visit Chris today at the expo outside. Next up, we're going to have Jakob Drury. Jacob is in Year 6. He attends Bellberry Community Church. He regularly attends Kid Church at Bellberry Community Church and participates fully in all elements. Jacob's youth pastor comments, "A standout moment for me was when we visited an assisted living centre for people with cerebral palsy, and Jacob performed a dramatic poem he had learnt. I was astounded. He had no fear. He knew his lines perfectly. His expressiveness was riveting. He's a young man with a really bright future. God has some interesting things in store for him." So welcome, Jacob.
Okay, good. Hello, everyone. Gee, there's a lot of you. When I was first asked to do this speech, I had a dream. I was on stage, looking out to an empty audience, no one else but me. I thought, would I get chosen? And if I was chosen, what would I say? It's funny how people vision things, because look at me now. Instead of no one, here in reality, there's about 1,001. My church pastor, Paul, asked me to get involved with this project. Ironically, he's 39 and asked a mere 11-year-old to talk to him and 1,000 other children's workers how I can help them. That's just crazy. So, here goes. When I was preparing for this speech, I asked myself, am I an average 11-year-old boy living in Australia? I thought that as an 11-year-old, I am kind of average when compared with my friends. I mean, I'm involved in sports such as soccer, which I love, computer games, which I love. I enjoy school, which is pretty cool. I have a good group of friends. Try to avoid the complications of being kissed by a pretty girl. I even started using deodorant. But my real objective here today is to give you guys an 11-year-old's perspective on some of the following, such as what scares me about being my age, what excites me about my world, and give you some insight into my generation, and of course, what I understand about God. So, my angle is to give you a young Australian, my angle is to give you some insight from a young Australian Christian, me, which, truth be known, doesn't make me an average 11-year-old here in Australia. I did an extensive survey at my school. My school is pretty awesome, by the way. And I found that only 8 of the 30 kids in my grade go to church. That's less than 30%. So I found that this statistic to be kind of an insight indicator to my generation, where not many of us are Christian or go to church. Anyway, one thing that I try to understand about God is sometimes He's hard to understand. In my world, and I'm sure in your worlds too, sometimes things don't go the way you think they will go. A classic example of this is my fractured toe, sprained finger, sore knee. And all this occurred 1 week before soccer and cross-country training and team placements. Doesn't it seem that God really does work in mysterious ways? I mean, I was shooting for the A team in soccer and coming in the top 3 in cross country. I'm sure that you can all relate to a plan you had in your mind, and that plan was changed by God. Anyway, when He takes away something you thought you wanted, He provides you with something else. It's called a life lesson. The lesson that I learned after all my boo-boos is that there will be challenges and that God will always help you through them. The fact that God will always help you through them is pretty awesome. But what scares me about my generation is that not many of my friends actually know God. So when the going gets tough, without God in their lives, who can they rely on to help them through? I'm sure that you'll agree, being a Christian and trusting in God allows us to deal with life challenges. Being a Christian actually does excite me. It allows me to talk to someone whenever I need to, and that someone is God. School holidays, ice cream, my birthday on Australia Day, January 26th, meeting new people in school and school camps all excite me. But these things pass. I mean, ice cream melts. School holidays pass. Australia Day is only one day. New friends come and go. Yet God stays in our lives forever, 24/7. In my 11-year-old world, it seems that my generation loves playing computer games, playing sports on the weekend, socializing, and playing soccer at break time. All this sounds like fun. However, there is always a bully who is more than happy to make you unhappy and stuff up your day. My understanding of God is that He helps you get through the bullies of the world who seem to act before they think. Bullies are alive, real, and thriving in my generation. My challenge to you as children's workers is that I wish you would be able to change the statistics to God is alive, real, and thriving, and bullies are a dying breed. God is our Savior. He lives in heaven. Jesus is His only Son, and He created the earth. So my challenge to you and the Christian leaders here today is to consider becoming a school chaplain, like our school's chaplain, Chappie Chris, so we can ask you questions about God. Become a religious education teacher. Australia is a rare country that allows teachers to tell us about Jesus. So take the opportunity and make it count. Spend time with us. Get to know us. Play Nerf gun wars with us. And gain our trust. Encourage my generation by really getting involved to learn about God so we can deal with the bullies, take God's alternative plans in our stride, and give my friends the lessons to know how to cope with life. Maybe give me the courage to keep on confronting the bullies, and maybe even accepting a kiss from that pretty girl.